Hey there, Knolly Williams here, your success coach. And in this video, I want to talk to you about why you keep failing. You know, sometimes we continue to fail, don't we? We try to succeed, we try to continue to do well, we try to reach that epoch, the zenith. We try to reach our ultimate potential. Sometimes we just try to do a little better. But we end up maybe going so many steps forward and then taking so many steps back. So many steps forward in the journey and then so many steps back. You know, there's so many students that I talk to, coaching clients of mine, that I've talked to over the years that have had this problem. So today I want to just kind of address why that is. So first of all, I want you to understand that in your mind, you have or in your head, you have a brain. And the brain has neural pathways, and it's been scientifically proven that those neural pathways have grooves in them that get deeper and deeper and deeper the more you have a certain thought or pattern or a habit or something that you do that you continue to do. And so ultimately, as we get older and older, those grooves are they're just there. It's like a record. You put the needle down, man, and that thing just plays, right? And unless you bump it real hard, it will not get off groove. It'll just stay within the groove that's been etched. So you got to think about it. Your brain has grooves, deep grooves that have been etched in it. Some of them have been etched in before conception. Yeah, pre-birth. So there's just a lot of data and very, very, very interesting research that goes around this. So I won't go into all that detail because you can do tons and tons of research on how these neural pathways are formed and all that kind of stuff. But the reality is, what it comes down to is a reprogramming. Okay, so the bottom line is your mind has been programmed a certain way, just like a computer. It's been programmed a certain way. And what happens, and what you've got to do is you've got to erase, right? You've got to clear the drive, and you've got to put in the right software. So you've got the wrong software in there. You've got to delete what's there and put in. Now, sometimes this is a slow process. Sometimes this process happens very, very quickly, okay? Depends on how hungry you are for change and how much you really want to be the image that your Creator has for you. See, when God designed you, He designed you with a perfect image, a beautiful image. He already knows the exact sculpt and sculpture of what He wants to create and design for your life. And it's really up to you to manifest. Okay, manifest what's in the mind of God. See, we all came from the mind of God. We all came from the imagination of the Creator. So those neural pathways have to be programmed. I'm going to give you some resources that I've used to reprogram mine, because, you know, I grew up being told, hey, you'll never amount to anything. You're worthless. I'm sorry I ever had you. You were a mistake. You know, these are the kind of things that I heard growing up. Now, you know, did my mom, did my dad mean to tell me these things? Who knows, you know, but they were going through something. They had certain neural pathways that were ingrained in their programming, okay? So it's really all about reprogramming. Forget about the past, okay? Everything that has happened in your life has happened for a reason and a purpose. You are not a victim, okay? If you were to rewrite your life story, you wouldn't have it any other way. Now, you might have made a few different choices, but in terms of the family God put you in, I don't care how terrible it was, what was done to you, whether it be physically, mentally, emotionally, sexually, spiritually, whatever was done to you, you are not a victim, okay? From this point on, what you do with your life determines who you are, okay? And you are not a victim unless you choose to be. That's a choice that you make. And the past is the past. Now is the now. So the first resource I want to tell you about is this book right here by my buddy Rico Wilson. It's called 7 Weeks to a Positive Life. Okay, and Rico is all about he knows tons. He's done tons and tons of research he ought to have 3 or 4 PhDs in the topic of really changing your life and making your life and reprogramming your mind. Okay, so this is a great one. You take each chapter 1 week at a time, and it ends up being a 7-week deprogramming and reprogramming of the mind. So that's the first resource. Now I'm going to have these down below in the description. So if you're not catching them, you can pause, rewind, come back to this video. So the second resource I want to share with you is this one right here. I'm trying to debate if I share this one first. I'll share this one. Letting Go. Okay, The Pathway of Surrender. This is by Dr. David R. Hawkins, and it is a phenomenal book for helping you to understand how you were programmed and how to deprogram and reprogram yourself for success. Okay, letting go of everything that doesn't serve you. Okay, and then bringing in everything that does serve you. Okay, just like going to a bad restaurant. You know, you might have been going to a bad restaurant all your life and you thought that that was what you had to endure with. Okay, but then you realize that there are other restaurants out there. You don't have to keep getting crappy food. Once you know that there are better options out there and you continue to get the crap, the slop, then that's on you. You can't pin that, oh, my mama did this and my dad. Look, that's on you at this point. You already know there's better options out there. So if you want to continue to live in the past, that's your prerogative. That's your option. But you've got other options. Just want to let you know that. Then the third resource I want to tell you about is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. Now, this is powerful. This is by Dr. Joseph Murphy. And I've read this book about 5 times. And I just started reading it about 4 years ago. But it is super powerful. I mean, this is just an incredible book. By the way, these two at least are on Audible. Okay, so if you don't like to read, or you just want to read the book while you're driving or at the gym, working out, doing what you do, you can get, or going for a jog, whatever it is, you can get this book on Audible or Letting Go. So this is another great resource. So this book is really all about how the subconscious mind works. So you have 2 minds. Well, we actually have multiple minds, but that's another video. But you have a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind regulates about 88% of the daily activities that happen to you, like your breathing, your, all the respiratory activities, the blood flow, all your organs, the tissue repair, the rebuilding, when you eat, the assimilation of food, all the biochemistry that happens within your body, everything is happening within the subconscious mind. And so that's 88% of the day, and even a lot of the things, thoughts that you have and the way that you behave is governed by your subconscious mind. So what you really want to do is reprogram your subconscious so that you can have the success that you want. And of course, if you've got my book, if you're in real estate and you've got my book, Success with Listings, you want to read chapter 3, and it's all about success, setting and reaching your goals, all about success. And I talk about the subconscious mind there as well. So there are resources for you, and what you've got to do is reprogram your mind. You've heard it before. You know what you've got to do, but Uncle Knolly's got to come and remind you of the things that you've got to do to reach your epoch, your zenith, your ultimate success. The other thing that I want to mention, last thing I want to mention, is that many of us, myself included, and everybody that I know and have met, have blocks. Okay, B-L-O-C-K. You've got a block, and these blocks are in different parts of the body. They're in the subconscious mind. They're in the subconscious body, and they're blocks that are sabotaging you from the success that you seek. So if you've already read the material, you've already done, you've gone through The Secret, and you've gone through all these different books and courses and materials, and you've been all the self-help and all that stuff. You've done all that. Now, it could be a thing. The reason why it may not be working for you is it could be that it's all in your head. So what you've got to do to make this stuff work, to activate it. Okay, you might have a plant. And this plant will do no good if I've got a tree, a little baby tree, right, in a small container. It's not going to grow into a tree until I plant it in the ground. And the way that you plant these ideas in the ground, all the stuff that you're learning, the way you plant it in the ground is you've got to connect the head to the heart. Okay, you've got to let those roots get down into your heart. If you don't allow the roots to get in your heart, you will never have a tree. You'll always end up with the little tiny twig. Okay, unless I plant that thing in the earth, it will not flourish. It will not grow. And your earth is your heart. So that's very important. So if you're not getting the success, you've been reading all the books, listening to all the audios and everything, going to the seminars, God bless you. And not getting the results, not getting phenomenal, fantastic results. If magic is not occurring for you every single day, then you're not connecting. It's not hitting your heart. Okay, so you've got to pray. You've got to ask God, Lord, please allow this information to be planted, okay, in my heart. Allow it to grow roots in my heart. Open up my heart. Soften my heart. Give me that heart, that fleshy heart, that soft heart that you promise in your scripture. So that's one thing. If this stuff is not, if it's resonating with you, but it's just not working in your life, you keep sabotaging yourself, and you've got to look at getting that into your heart. So that's one kind of a block that you may have. The other thing is you may have blocks that are completely subconscious, completely unknown, and that's where you want to hire a coach. You want to get with a great coach. My personal coach is Artemis Kasane. He has helped me tremendously. He's got a consultation that he'll do with you as well. But there are many coaches out there that will help you to release blocks, subconscious blocks. Sometimes you have to even go through a hypnosis, okay, which I've personally done to release some of these blocks, but you don't have to. I mean, there's all kinds of techniques. Artemis is privy to so many different techniques to help you release. Like if you're that person that's like, man, I just want to do well, I want to do better, but I just keep sabotaging myself. I know that I shouldn't be doing this, but I just keep going back to it. I keep right when I'm about to take off and, man, maybe be the God man or the God woman that I know I can be, bam, I'm right back in the dirt again, and I got to start over. If you keep having that shouldn't be. Your life, that's not natural. Your life should be one succession of success to another. Boom, 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 baby, all the way till you leave this place. You should be. Now, it doesn't mean that we don't have little setbacks. Okay, that's not. Sometimes you fail. Okay, and sometimes you learn. Okay, sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. But the reality is, all failure is learning. But if you keep sabotaging yourself, and no matter what you do, setting back, you've got a block, and those blocks have got to be cleared, and they typically, in my experience, have to be cleared by somebody that knows what they're doing, somebody that can help you to clear those blocks. Hey, I wanted to just share with you, I know I've been chatting quite a bit, but I just wanted to stop by and share with you, if you're not getting success, if you're habitually failing, if you continue to fail, these are the reasons, those are the resources, and hey, let's get you to the ultimate success that you deserve. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, share this. I think it'll be a great resource for someone that you love. Give it a like, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you on the next one. God bless you.